Yay. Well, welcome. Hey guys, happy May. I can't believe we're here. Yes, as Lisa said, it seemed like it was just January and now we're here. So we're all dying of heat. Wanted just to start off and say hello to everyone. Terry, congrats on your newest recruit. We can't wait to meet Lisa. That's awesome. And you know, Terry's, this is the person who came to her catalog launch that she was going to cancel because not enough people were coming. And this just goes to show that you pour a little love into something, plant some seeds, and you never know. So that's awesome. Great to see that pay off. So yay. The opposite end of my office is a hot mess. There's like so much paper and stuff and boxes and I know what. And I'm feeling a little overwhelmed, but it will be okay. So I'm going to show the projects for this month and then kind of talk a little bit about next month. So this month, for those that opted in, which we didn't have a lot, but those that did, we did the annual catalog kind of try it class. And then next month's will be a celebration try it class. So what I try to do is I try to get what I can from the catalog, design up some cards and get them out to you guys pretty quickly so that you have stuff in your hands, especially next month with celebration starting July 1. I think it'll be a really good thing to have. So I don't know what celebration holds for us, but the minute I find out, I'll plan what I'm doing. And I'll put the post out to go ahead and RSVP for.
There's another celebration?
Yes. So we now have 2 celebrations a year. We have one every January, February, and one every July and August. And so we'll get those catalogs electronically next week, I think, and we'll have an idea of what we're working with. So let me show you the Triad cards from this month. So the first one is actually a complete ripoff of the mystery card, but I wanted everybody to get their hands on a little bit of that Dad, He's the Man paper and the really cute die cut pieces that are in there. So everybody that got a packet, this is coming to you, and it's that slip off belly band. And then on this one, I decided to do it a little bit closer to what Terry had done in hers, which is I put the paper, you know, like this. With the one I had done originally, I had kind of tucked those 2 panels underneath this white piece. But yeah, this is really fun. And I thought everybody did a great job with that. And I was like, okay, that's good inspiration for that. I was going a few other directions, but that was really good. And then the next one includes a piece of the vellum, the new vellum that has a nice jungle. And I just wanted to show how it's really simple to highlight that vellum. It does kind of get lost on white, so you want to back it with a darker piece of paper. So that I've learned is a darker piece of paper weirdly makes it stand out a little better. So and then used that really cool die cut shape from the Sun Prince set, which is really awesome. And then the new circle, this is one of the stitch circles from the Stylish Shapes set. So the Stylish Shapes has circles, squares, and banner pieces, but they all have stitching on them. So, and they seem to release a little better than the other ones. I've also been using my magnetic plate a lot. So yay for the new magnetic plate.
I haven't gotten mine yet.
Yes.
I'm gonna order it soon.
Very exciting, and it's thick and it's heavy and it's not going to warp, and it's a really great tool. So
you forget you got to give me a piece of paper. Okay.
Hey.
So,
hey, Esther.
Wait. I can hit the button. Sorry. There we go.
Oh, hi. I apologize. Hi.
You're good. Welcome.
This is Esther.
And I'm showing off the new, I'm just showing off the cards that people opted in to make for this month's meeting packet. So this is the one with the teacups, and it's really cute with a little teacup and the little hearts. And the hearts are nice. There's like 3 of them in a row, so they die cut 3 at a time, which is good. So. And then the last card is the really happiness abounds paper. I wanted to show, like I had this vision where I wanted to show the full range of color on the inside. And so you can't get that full range on a standard card, but when you make a DSP card base like this, then when they open the inside, they're like, ooh, fancy. So I love being able to do this when we have cool sheets of paper. This is my favorite fold to do when we have like a really cool rainbow or something like that. And it's a really easy cut because it's just 4 inches by 11. Yep. 4 inches by 11. And then you just score at 2 3/4, 8 1/4. And then I like to put a piece of whisper white on the inside just to make it a little bit sturdier. And I do like to have a sizable label on the front so that, it kind of gives it a little bit more weight, right? Because if not, it's just a card made out of DSP. So it's kind of thin, and this is actually one of the frames from the poppies, the painted labels, which, we had these dies and we probably all forgot about them because we've been over poppies for a couple of years, but when searching for really cool label shapes in my die sets, this is one of the ones that I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, because I'm really sad we lost a few of the other die shapes, kind of tag sentiment kind of shapes. So anyway, and I like it because it has that really cool beveled edge on it. So yeah, so those are the 4 cards from this month's meeting packet. Next month's meeting packet is also $10 and will feature celebration. If there's not enough paper in the celebration stuff, which I don't really know what's going to be in it, then I'll supplement with like one of the ones from the holiday catalog. So, but we'll at least get, as much celebration stuff in your hands as possible, because the more celebration stuff that you have to touch and play with and show off, the more likely people are going to want to earn it and place orders with you, which is great. So, and you might like it too and want to get it as well. So that's the meeting packets for this month. Thanks to everyone who RSVP'd and got a meeting packet. They are definitely in the mail and they're on their way. I did have a feeling that they would not get there by today. Maybe they did for a few of you, but Kim, I know yours is in transit. It feels like you live on the other side of the planet and you're like halfway there, but not like
I'm halfway on the other side of the planet.
I know. Well, you
know.
are. Yeah.
I am right now.
I know. Jill is joining us from New York because her flight got canceled. So
you're driving?
No, my husband is, but no, I was flying and it got canceled at 12 o'clock today. So we stayed for an extra day. So when will the deadline be for the next meeting packet?
So I've been trying to cut them off on the 1st of the month. And that's kind of the pattern that Candy has too. This last month I went a little bit later. So like sometimes depending on how the month falls, I can push it a little later. But my concern with June is that it's
June.
It's June, and it's going to be fast. June is June, right? And so,
oh my god,
yeah.
So I'm
going to say June 1st for sure.
Okay.
Yay, Kim! I'm glad to hear that your packet got there. That's awesome. So, yeah. Sorry, Kim and Sarah, that you guys aren't feeling well. That means, so yeah. So June will be here before we know it. So, okay. So let's orient ourselves to where we are. We're in May. We have a brand new annual catalog. It's great. We love it. We have a year with it. So take a breath, right? Next month, we will get the holiday catalog and celebration. Lots of pretty things in there, I'm sure. But again, we have 6 months with it. It runs through December. We have time. don't panic. The biggest thing you'll want to get a jump on is the celebration stuff. So, you want people to see the stuff that is in celebration. So you'll want to be smart about how you make that happen. And since we don't really know what's in there right now, it could be stamps, it could be embellishments. They had said that the second celebration would have more consumable items because it didn't interfere with Chinese New Year. But we now have like all these port issues and things. So I don't know. So we'll have to just see what will happen. But hopefully we'll have a great range of fun things to play with. And I have no doubt, and I'm sure the holiday catalog will be great as well. So thinking about how you plan out your summer, what does that look like? We'll be doing an organized swap for Candy's team, which I'm in charge of. And I probably will have those due in July. So people can decide what they want at the beginning of June, and then we'll have people send it in July. Yeah, Terry.
I signed up for a swap, but I never was told how many I needed to do.
So when the swap closes, I post in the swap, and I also changed the label on it. So the Southern Sweet Stamper organized swap is
So like I signed up for the bottle stamp,
yeah, it's closed at 15.
15.
Yeah.
All right. And what's the deadline?
It needs to be at my house Saturday, May 28th.
Okay. I didn't see that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, so you'll be making some bottles this week, 15 approximately.
15. Got it.
Yeah, and that's something like I'm participating in like a leader swap. And I will tell you that when I usually watch them like a hawk, and then when they close or we have the amounts, then I try to like make sure I'm on top of it. And I've learned now in my planner to not only write the swap, but the number that I have to make for the swap, because then I keep going back and I have to check. So how many am I supposed to make for that one? Oh, it's 8 for that one. Oh, but it's 15 for that one. Oh, but it's 21 for that one. They're all different. And so I've learned now to write the number in my planner. Just a smart little hint, because I can't keep track. And I'm like, oh, where is that event? How many am I doing? Where am I at? What day is it? It's May. What? So anyway,
I didn't know that. I looked at my watch.
yeah, it's trust me, it's been a wild time. So I want to do some celebrations. So at the top of our page, I have tagged now the incentive tracker, but the incentive tracker is where we track who is doing really awesome in their Stampin' Up-ness. And so we have people who have either bought or sold over 500 a month. We have super sellers, that's over 900 a month. And then we have rockstar recruiters, which is anyone who brings someone new.
Nothing else now. I see her.
And then those are coupons that you guys can then use, and you can redeem them for product. You can redeem them for team meeting packets, or you can redeem them for events or classes. So if I have a class coming up and you're like, man, I really want to participate in that, and I want to use my coupons, mostly can you take $10 off the top or whatever? No big deal. You can also look at your coupons and say, hey, I've got $25 in coupons. I want a stamp set, or I want whatever, and tell me what you want. And on my next order, I'm happy to stick it in there and then we'll get it to you. So just remember that you've got those incentive coupons. I do carry them over. They are not use or lose. I am very kind. Although if you have a lot, I will probably message you and be like, hey girl, hey, you should probably use some of your coupons because you got a lot. But I've never set a rule or a cap or anything like that. So you can keep accruing them until, forever. So those are, so the people that we had this month, so last month in April, Sarah, yay, and Barbara, and Terry, and Rhonda Lewis all had over 500 for the month. So
Yay.
good job, guys. And then Rhonda Lewis also met her first quick start last month. So I know, which is awesome. So quick start is in your first 3 full months, you sell or buy 900. And then in the next 3 months, it's 1800. So it's really oriented towards new demonstrators. If you miss your first quick start, you can make it up on your second quick start, which is really interesting. So some people get the 3-month quick start, some people get 6 months, some people get the 3 and the 6 month. When you get 3-month quick start, you get $50 from Stampin' Up. When you get the 6-month quick start, you get $100 from Stampin' Up to buy whatever you want, which is really cool. So, and then on our team, when you hit the 900, any 900, then you get a personalized bone folder for our team, which I will find one. Always good to have reminders of what we do. So here's our personalized bone folder. So yay. And then the other thing is when you hit 1800, then you're considered bronze elite. And so then you get on our team, what do you get? That's that. Stamp set? No.
Stamp.
Oh, it's either the apron or the
Table runner.
Table runner, yes. So Lisa Langer got her apron. Yay, that was a couple months back. But if I've somehow missed an anniversary, the reporting is not super great on that. We have to like run all these separate reports. So if for some reason I've missed something, please let me know. I try to keep a good handle on everybody and everything. But you know, sometimes they're hairier than others, and I could always use an extra, like, you know, gentle reminder. I like gentle reminders. Things might get a little crazier soon because I might be working a little bit more in the day job. So just FYI, if you see me transitioning and trying to balance a little bit more, I'm being asked to come on full time, which was not part of the original plan, but whatever, we'll figure it out. It's all good. I got backup plans. We'll figure it out. So anyway, and maybe a little bit faster than I was planning to, which kind of stinks. Yeah, so just that's all about like our incentive tracker and some of our team incentives. Candy runs her own set of incentives, you know, and if you ever have a question, Stampin' Up runs incentives. So there's like, if you get to 600, there's volume rebates, right? There's a lot of things to keep track of. I know, I try to remind you guys and all that stuff, but I know things can get a little crazy. I will say this month is mailing selector for the holiday catalog. And I'm going to put it on my planner again for this week because it didn't get done last week. So now mailing selector gets to go back on my catalog, on my list of things to do. Mailing selector. So if you have customers who live far away, this is a great way to get them a catalog without a lot of effort on your part. And you don't have to go to the post office and you don't have to weigh it and figure it all out. And because it's celebration and occasions, it comes together. They get both catalogs. So they will get a mailer that has both the occasions catalog and the celebration catalog in it. And it's all shrink wrapped, which is really nice. So it's like protected, which is nice. So if you reach out to customers and they haven't gotten their catalog, then you can have it requested to be resent. And they have a certain date that they're like, hey, give us until, and I think this time it was until May 11th. So if for some reason you have a customer who you sent one to and you followed up and they're like, hey, I never got it, you can contact Stampin' Up and say, hey, you know, Susie Q didn't get it. Can you please resend it to her? But they want you to wait until May 11th to do that, which it's past May 11th. So yay. Paper Pumpkin this month is berry picnicky themed. I don't know. I saw cheese and berries. I was very confused by the cheese, but I'm thinking it's like a picnic type theme. And so like, you know, a charcuterie board, because, you know, we always love a good charcuterie board. And so, yeah, so anyway, that is out. And there's some like canvas totes that you can get that you can stamp on. So when you think about the canvas totes, they're not super cheap. So I was kind of surprised by the price of them as an add-on item. You get one canvas tote in your paper pumpkin, but then you can buy extra canvas totes. So it might not be something that you would want to do. Like maybe you build the price into a class, but don't buy a bunch of them and not have a plan, because they're not there. I was kind of surprised. It was like, oh, that's like $4 a piece or something. It was actually more money than I think I would want to spend on a canvas tote. I'm happy to get one in my paper pumpkin and I will stamp on it and make happiness happen. But that I was a little surprised by. So, all right. So that's kind of the comings and goings of the month and where we're at.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Going back to that, circling a little bit.
Yeah.
When do we know when we get to order for the new mini catalog?
It should be June 1.
June 1. And that is it like a pre-order, like certain items, I assume, or
It should
all
be
go for it?
everything. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me write that down
Yeah.
because I have no planner with me right now.
Yeah. Yeah. June 1 is the mini
Yes.
catalog pre-order and celebration pre-earn.
The next month, the Monday after that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's really soon.
Yeah,
It's kind of wild.
that is wild.
And May 25th is when the catalog will be online, the PDF, which is next week, Wednesday,
Oh gosh.
at 1:00 Mountain. So that's 2:00 our time. So the biggest thing, we will all get a complimentary catalog sent to us. So you don't have to order one for yourself. Sometimes those come quickly. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes if I order them like in my pre-order, I get those catalogs before I get the one in the mail, but you will get one in the mail. And then just so you know, like you can't repost those catalogs anywhere, and you can't do any kind of inside catalog tour. So like I can't get on a Zoom and show people the inside of the catalog before the catalog goes live on July 1. So I try to wait. Now you can show them the outside and you can be so happy about the outside. And you can show them product, but you can't show them the walkthrough of the catalog interior, and you can't post it. And that's mainly because of all the knockoff companies like the Alibaba and the Wish and all of them, who are like ripping off all the designs and then selling stamps and dies really cheap that don't stamp well and don't die cut and are weirdly sized. Like if the teacup is this, this big in our stamp set, the teacup in their stamp set's like this big or something. Like it's really weird. Like everything is bizarre. And I can't believe they're still persisting like by ripping off stuff and doing this. But the less we give them, the less ammo we give them, the better. If there are delayed products, they will announce them. So far, it hasn't been that bad. The delay has been, maybe 1 or 2 items. It hasn't been that bad. And then just don't forget with your first order from the new catalog, don't forget to order catalogs because I ordered catalogs and I still ran out. And so now I got to order some more. So don't forget to order catalogs, and don't forget to order enough catalogs. I'm staring at a plethora of old catalogs because I had a bunch of demos who dropped this year and gave me their old catalogs. And so now I've got all these old catalogs. So I'm going to do something with those, but maybe I was feeling guilty. And so that's why I didn't order enough, but I need another set or 2. So, but yes, it never fails. I try to I'm going to put the catalog code in first. I'm going to get the catalogs first, and then I will get all the pretty things. Catalogs first, then the pretty stuff. I will run a paper party for the holiday catalog as well. So that if any of you want to participate in that, it's a paper share Plus, I design a card for each of the new papers. So you'll get all the ingredients for that. And that's mainly oriented to my customers, but you guys are always willing. What do we do with leftover catalogs? So there is on the demonstrator planning place, I'm pretty sure you can just search for it. There's like a little saying that you can print out that says, like, even though this catalog is expired, it still has lots of great ideas. Contact me if you want a new catalog. And then you put your contact info, and you can put that on a sticker. You could just print it on regular copy paper and like staple it to the front cover or the back cover. But that's a great way to like get the catalogs out there, right? Better than recycling them. And then, you know, people love them. They're like, it's like an idea book. I'm like, yeah. The demonstrator planning place is the Facebook group. And maybe Kim has it to share. Yeah, Kim, let me look and see if I can find it. I think that I also think that Candy might have posted it at some point. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Yeah, that's funny. Tracy had posted, she's like, I know it's out there. In cleaning up my craft room, I've discovered lots of old catalogs. I'd like to put that poem on. Can anyone share it? Like, where's that poem? Oh, here's one post that has a bunch. And you can always recreate it, but let me see if I can share this. Let's see. Oh, that's weird. I can't share it. But you know what, Lisa, I can tag you on it, and I can tag Kim on it. Anybody else want to be tagged on this? Speak now or forever hold your peace.
I do. Tag me.
Who's that, Jill?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody else?
Tag me, Melissa.
All right, got it. Just gonna tag my entire team. Excellent. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. There's a couple little versions on that one. So that's funny. Yeah. Okay. So the other thing that I mentioned last month, but I haven't gotten enough, results back, is doing the values in action, the VIA survey. So thank you to those of you who sent me your VIA results. But I'm going to give everybody an extra month to do it because I know things have been really busy. And so if you look on our group, you will see the link to it. You can type in VIA. You can also just go to this web link. I'm going to put it in it's viacharacter.org. And you can take the little free survey on there. Don't pay. They're trying to get you to like, do you want this full report for $29? No, I don't want that. I just want whatever's free. So don't pay. Just do the free version, take the free test, and get to the end and find out your top 5 and send me your top 5. Because I just did this with the Girl Scouts this last weekend, and it was so cute. They were so great. But it was really cool for them to see what each other's strengths are. And they were like, oh, that's why you do this, or, oh, I know that. Oh, that, yep, that makes sense. Yep, that's so you know. So, and I know that Elena sent me hers, and she goes, I really like the Strengths Quest. And I said, yes, I like Strengths Quest too. And Strengths Quest is paid. And I think some churches do it as like a church development thing, and it's really cool. And Strengths Quest is being used by Stampin' Up too. So they did a whole training around it, and all of their staff has taken it too. And I love Strengths Quest, but one, it costs money. And I always, you know me, I'm inherently cheap. So I'm all about free. The other difference is, and there's actually a pretty significant difference between the two inventories. So Strengths was done and built by Gallup. And what they did is they surveyed workers. So they looked at employees, and they looked at what strengths do employees have and what do they bring to the workplace. So it's actually really, really applicable for a workplace setting. So the same person, Marty Seligman, actually helped with strengths And then he broke off and he did the VIA. So another guy, Don Clifton, ended up doing more of the strength stuff. Don and Marty were buddies. They were both PhDs in psychology, but Don went off and did more with the strengths quest, and Marty went off with the VIA. And what he did is he actually went and surveyed people of different religions, and he traveled all around the world. The Gallup and the Strengths Quest is a US based employee oriented inventory. So it's very much there's definitely a white bias in Strengths Quest. And there's a very like, Protestant Christian bias, right? And the VIA has a lot of people who were surveyed who were from different religions, different ethnicities, different cultural backgrounds. And so it just brings in a lot of interesting stuff, which is why on the VIA, my number one is love. And that is not a super great worker strength. Like I wouldn't go to a job interview and be like, my number one strength is love. I will be perfect for your work employment situation. That is not a selling point. It's great for Girl Scouts. And we've definitely had some conversations about that. One of the other girls is also love. So I was like, oh, that's why we get along, so there's definitely, the VIA is a little squishier. Let's just say that. It's squishier. And Strengths Quest is very like worker oriented. So I kind of wanted to give you the backdrop on those. I've been using both of them in my classroom for 15 years. It started with when I was using and teaching freshmen at UTSA back in 2006. 2005 actually. So it's been a long time, 17 years now that I've been using them. And I transitioned to the VIA mainly because it was free and I didn't want students to have to pay more money. Like why, and we could get some of the same things out of it, right? Which is it's very positive. It's very focused on what's good about you, not what's bad about you. I think we have a couple of girls with dyslexia in the troop and they're like, oh, it's just going to tell me I'm not a good student. I'm like, no. We're focused on the positives here. So Marty Seligman's like the grandfather of positive psychology. So I wanted to kind of give you a perspective on both of the inventories and really encourage you to take the VIA, please. It doesn't take long. If 13-year-old Girl Scouts with the attention spans of gnats can get through it, you can too. Gnats, y'all, gnats, I tell you. They had to get some gentle reminders, but they got it done. And so you can do it. There are questions that repeat. And it might be a little frustrating, but that's the confidence, that's the interval testing, right? So that's the inventory, making sure that the inventory is doing a good job. So don't get frustrated with it if you take it and you're like, I've already answered that question. Yes. And they're asking you again to make sure your answer is the same as the first time you answered the question. Or maybe that says something about you if it's not. So a little bit about the VIA and kind of why I want to do it. And then when we have everybody's results or as many as we can get next month, I'm going to build a chart so you can see everybody's strengths. And then I'm also going to talk through the different domains. There's 6 different domains, and we'll kind of talk about the different domains and what they mean and how we can apply those in our Stampin' Up! Life. So yay for the VIA. Terry, I did not check with you beforehand. Do you have some vellum samples to show us?
No, I
It's
thought
okay.
it was next. Can we do that next month, please?
We can totally do it next month.
My brain was thinking next month. I apologize.
It's okay. I did not remind you, so that's on me, because that's the kind of month it's been. And I think I was really focused on covering Candy's meeting last week, and I was like really focused on this, and so yeah, so that was definitely where I was at. But we will cover it next month, no problem. And then this month, there are 2 challenges running, and I haven't seen a lot of traction on them. And I'm pretty sure I posted them, although I don't know. I think I put them in the newsletter. I feel pretty confident I put them in the newsletter. But the 2 challenges we have running, and we'll just keep running them, is make and send 3 cards. So that's not hard. And the hashtag is send 3. So that's easy. So before you send 3 cards to somebody who at this point, I'm sure you've sent 3 cards, Mother's Day, Father's Day, graduation, right? All the things. Just take a quick shot of them, take a quick picture, send 3. Even if you forget to take pictures of the insides and we just see the envelopes, it's okay. You know, sometimes that's all we can get. And then the other one is a hostess challenge. And I wrote in the newsletter that I don't ask you guys to do things that I don't do myself, right? So my goal for this summer, because my schedule is a little crazy, is I just want to get some hostess bookings. I'm trying to get hostesses, so people who will let me come to them, and I think I've got 3. So I know now how I'm going to fit them in. I don't know. We'll see. I was like, okay, here are your dates. Here, 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 or here. You know, like it was. I was like, which of those magical moments is good for you? But the summer is a great time, especially for teachers, those who are out of school, right? Those who have maybe, you know, family or friends in town, those who have kids that are off at camp. That's a magical week. You know, I'll be crafting it up. I'll tell you in advance what weeks those are so that you know when you can Zoom me anytime for crafting. You know, there's definitely, summer's busy, but summer's also, there are a lot of people who don't do a ton of traveling in the summer and, you know, are around and maybe have a little bit more free time, especially teachers and those involved in education have a little bit of breathing room, you know. Melissa and I were talking about, you know, wouldn't it be cool if we could help the teachers get some of their Christmas cards done in the summer, right? Like they could go into the fall with their Christmas cards done. Like, what? Like that would be amazing. So thinking about, you know, we will have access to the entire holiday catalog in July. You can do Christmas in July. Like you can do 1000% Christmas in July. So just think about that and kind of what your summer looks like and what you can fit in. So, and remember, I mean, hostess classes can have 1 or 2 people. They don't have to have a ton of people. I usually limit it to 5 because that's what can fit around comfortably at a table. This one lady, she really wants to do stuff. Her husband's a pastor at the Baptist church that's like right behind our house. And she's like, well, I want to do something for the ladies group. And she was like, so can you handle like more than that? And I was like, yes. And I was like, but I'll probably have to call some friends. And I was like, you know, what are we talking here? You know? So I was like, and I'll need a little bit of heads up on that. So what we've decided is we're going to do a small group at her house to start with. And a couple of those ladies are, you know, in the women's group. And then from there, we can plan what a bigger one looks like. But she even was open to like doing kits and just having different kits at different tables. And people can just like go to a table and make, you know, like, I like this kit, I'll go there. I like this kit, I'll go there. So, you know, maybe there won't be as much prep, but I'll definitely need extra hands. Like I cannot be at 9 tables at one time. And you know how it is. I gave all the seniors a Stampin' Spot today, guys. So normally I ink the image for them and I give them the stamp. But this time I was like, I'm going to let them all pick their own Stampin' Spot. I can't get this open. Where's the stamp? Like they're holding up the ink spot. I'm like, you don't have the stamp yet. Hold on, you know. Oh my gosh, y'all. It was something else. It was so funny. I was like, okay, lesson learned. We're gonna go back to ink, ink, ink. Here is the stamp. Ink, ink, ink. Here is the stamp. So
Sounds like our 6th graders at school.
yeah, it was like teaching kids all over again. And normally I'm just much more control. Like I bring 1 ink color, I ink the stamp, I hand it to them, you know, but this time I was like, free range, pick whatever you, I was like, oh, what was I thinking? Like, no, like just because they've been coming to class for a couple months doesn't make them like, magically able to handle all of this, like, especially cognitively, a few of them are like out in left field shagging fly balls, I have one that like literally always glues her project shut. I was like, okay, cool, let's start over. Here's a fresh sheet of paper. That's also the one that doesn't say much, but when we finished it, guys, so she only says yes, no, and okay.
I believe so.
Okay, Kim. And she only says 3 words. And when we finished and she had the finished product and she goes, oh, she was so excited. She was just like, oh, and then she starts laughing and she's like so in love with it. And I was like, oh, yay. It's good. So it's worth it, even if, we're in 1,000 different places. So I wanted to share, I'm participating in a workshop planner tutorial. So you guys know I do those monthly tutorials and I post those in our group. If you're ever wondering, just look up tutorial bundle. Like that's kind of the key word I use. So I'll say like April tutorial bundle or March tutorial bundle. And what's nice about that is there's about 35 different demonstrators who contribute a card and all of the measurements and everything and the directions on how to make that. And sometimes it's 3D projects too. And sometimes it's like a cool like mini album or something. So those are all in the group and you can always find those. They're linked. But the same woman said that she wanted to do a workshop planner, which is where each person plans a class around like a product and a stamp set. And then we're all swapping. So like I'll have access to like full classes that are designed by other demonstrators. So kind of like the bundle, Melissa, the bundle focus that we talked about last month that Stampin' Up! Provides, right? Where they've got images of cards and it's all been planned out and it's all around like one stamp set. The nice thing is that these are made by demonstrators. And so I think that they're probably a little more realistic sometimes, like sometimes there's a lot of layers, a lot of little pieces and stuff. So I'm hoping that these are realistic projects. I signed up to do the tech bundle stamp set. I'm going to show you guys. So what's weird is that I can't, so I'm not allowed to share the planner for free, which is interesting. So I can't share the full classes, but this one I did. And so whatever, I'm going to show it to you guys because I did it. So this is the stamp set. So I always made a joke, if you guys have been around long enough, that my husband didn't do any of the things that all the stamp sets were around. Like he's not a fisherman and he's not a baseball guy and he's not, but if they ever made a tech stamp set, I would buy it. And they did. And this is it. It's called Tech Support and it's really funny. This is actually binary for 4U. So the zeros and the ones actually mean something, which is really funny. We like put it in and we found it. It's really cute. And it says like, you autocomplete me. Thanks for fixing my computer. I'm thinking of you. Error 404, age not found. Happy birthday. Sorry to hear you have a virus. Yes, it's quite funny. And Control Z, oops, I'm sorry. So really funny computer jokes. So what I did is I actually used the new, there's a box set. So the new craft note cards and envelopes come in, they come with a box that you can make. And so what I decided to do, if I can get this on here without causing any issues, Terry, me and the belly bands, I'm not as smooth with the belly bands, but so I made this cute little like belly band, and this is actually using the new mini pocket dies. And this is the He's the Man paper that comes in there. And then I did the zeros and the ones on the box. So I stamped the box. It's pretty cool. And then I made a set of cards. So the Control Z, oops, I'm sorry, with the keyboard. And thanks for fixing my computer, 5 stars, right? Like, and sorry to hear you have a virus with a little kind of dot matrixy looking heart. You auto-complete me.
That's cute.
And then this one is error 404, age not found. Happy birthday. So this is the mini pocket die. So if you're wondering how tiny the mini pocket die is, it's tiny. And this fits a little gift card in here. So, but it's a really cute little die, but it's nice. You can attach it onto the front of a card, or you can put it, on the inside of a card. And then this is that thinking wheel, the spinning wheel that comes up and it says, I'm thinking of you. This one took Jonathan a minute. He was like, what? And he's like, oh, I get it. And then I stamped the back of all of them with the captcha that says, I'm not a robot, a card for you. It's really cute. So, so this is a cute set. Again, every time we get a catalog, there's always a set that speaks to each of us, right? And that's really important that we, find what speaks to us, right? Jonathan got so excited about these. He was like, you have to send me a picture of them. He's like, I want to share them. So he's going to share them with his computer nerdy friends, so which is awesome. So he doesn't get excited about stamping up very often. So that says a lot. So I wanted to see if anybody else had a fun project that they wanted to share. Anybody? Terry, Miss Terry, what do you have?
Well, first off, I want to say that for years, last few years, I've been trying to find myself a fireman so that I can do the Valentine thing like you did. That's what my new neighbor is.
Ooh.
I know, his name's Michael, so I won't forget his name. Okay, so I'm going to show you the cards that I made using the kit that has the cards and the envelopes that match.
Oh yeah, the
tea time.
Mhm.
Right. So this is what I did at my my launch. I'm going to kind of explain them. So this is the first one. I used the scallop dies set for everything, and I stayed with one stamp set kind of. So I scallop dyed the bottom. Can you see that well enough? That's better.
There we go.
There you go. So that's one cup, or that's one pick, one card. And then I did use my daisy punch for this one.
Nice.
I just love this new teacup. Here's my
Ooh.
I love this die.
Yeah, that die's pretty.
And then take care of yourself.
That was
you got to get it before it's gone. I love this. Now I did my sample in lemons, but I forgot my gold. I forgot my whatever the gold is, and they did it in limes, and it turned out 10 times cuter. So I thought this was adorable.
That's
But
cute.
what happened if you do this in limes? And don't forget that your little tiny stamps make great backgrounds. The limes made the yellow in the teacup. And again, all of the papers, all of the stamps, with the exception of the daisy, were from the teacup line. I did not use anybody's example online. I will post these now that I've shared them personally, because there's a couple challenges that I can enter into. But it's really cool when you do a show, and I'm learning. I'm still learning. I've done this for 6 years now, but I was really happy to have used one die set, one stamp set, and the prepackaged papers, which made it so easy.
Yep.
So that's my tried and true moment.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
great.
It is great because everything's just kick ass and matchy. I mean, come on.
It really does make life easier. I mean, for me, even just using those craft note cards and envelopes, it cuts your prep time, and it really does makes everything a lot easier. So
Yeah, and again, I want to mention I was going to cancel the class, and I got a recruit out of it. It was just because the special is so good. In addition, I got a phone call after the class, and the other lady who showed up about half hour late and did the class. It was great. She says, did you have it? I saw you had extra on the extra envelopes left because I had planned for 5. No, planned for 4. And I had 1 set left. And she says, I want to buy those. So, I mean, it wasn't lost on that second person. So, okay, that's my excitement. I really am happy. My heart is jumping for joy. I just don't want to sound like I'm all into me, but I am excited.
And you should be. And I think sometimes having that one-on-one, being able to pour a little extra time into people is great, you know, and I think sometimes that's just all that it takes. So not all about you, Terry, for sure. So
No, it was, there's a bigger picture here. It's just slow to come, Melissa. And you said that it would take time.
it takes time, you know, you plant little seeds, you know. I mean, one of the ladies that's coming to my event later this month, I met her 6 months ago. She said she wanted to find a hobby. I just randomly reached out and was like, hey, you had said you wanted to find a hobby. Have you found one yet? If not, I think you should come to this event. She's like, you know what? I do want to come to that event. I was like, cool, that's awesome. You never know. People,
No.
you know, like they come around. So, all right, I'm making all of my little door practice thingies.
Okay, but I have a question before you move on.
Yeah.
I have tried several times to order the skin tone markers, the whole set. And each time I try, it's sold out. I want to know, because that's a lot of money if I buy all the colors. In your honest opinion, or everybody's honest opinion, should I get them or hold off and invest in the new catalog?
You know, I mean, I think it depends on how much you use your blend markers and how much people coloring you do, you know. Like Lisa at the beginning was saying that she's like, you know, I've decided I don't like coloring that much because she just did a big custom order that had a whole lot of coloring. You know, if you do a ton of coloring, you love coloring, you're going to color lots and lots of stuff, great. I haven't touched mine since I did a whole bunch of stuff like 3 months ago. Now, partly that's because I used to have my blends on my desk in front of me and now they're behind me. And so if it's out of sight and if it's out of reach, honestly, for me, I'm not using it as much. So, you know, I would say wait and maybe make a decision once you see what the new catalog holds.
You know, I was really going to buy them for the right behind you, the 2 girls on the bicycle, because I was having to reach into another color non-Stampin' Up! Product that I had to color their skin, but that they ripped that out from underneath me, so I didn't feel like there was a grand desire. But I really appreciate your feedback on what's going on right now. So
Yeah,
I think I will put that on hold.
yeah, I think that it's okay. It's good to also, like, once you've seen the holiday catalog, then you've pretty much seen everything there is new for the next like 7 months, right? When we're like, we can make decisions, you know, like you've seen it all. There's nothing new till January. So what now, you know? So wait a week, see what the, you know, next week, Wednesday, see what the new catalog holds. So,
Gotcha. Thank you.
yeah. And Kathleen had asked me at the end of our meeting last time, and I think that maybe some people had left, but she was like, you know, is it better to invest in like Creativity Now or OnStage in November? And Creativity Now is that event that they're doing. It's like a Zoom crafty thing in a couple weeks. It's like June 18th or something. And I said, honestly, I think it's better to wait for OnStage because being in person, having that ability to swap with people and be in a room, an energetic room, is just, it's just marvelous. And Sarah and I were having kind of a similar conversation, and we're talking about Backstage, which is going to be for leaders in August in New Orleans. And I said, Sarah, you can't miss Backstage. Like, 1, you're qualified for it, so you got to go. 2, like, it's going to be fabulous. And so, you know, the ability to swap with real people, you know, is, I mean, you guys are real, but you know what I mean? Like, there's just that energy that you get from being around all the other people. And so I will always go, you know, in person over virtual especially when it comes to Stampin' Up events. So, because we've done a lot of Zooming lately, and I love you, but you know, nothing like being in person. So, good. Anybody else have a project to share? Yeah, Jill, how are you going to share from there? You got a picture?
I was wondering about sharing my screen.
Yeah. I just have to give you permission. It's
And I
okay.
have really crappy lighting here, but at least my screen will be better.
Yeah. Here, all participants.
How do I do this?
There should be like a share screen down at the bottom.
There is.
Cool.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Share. Okay, so I have been working on team shirts. And so I can at least share this piece because I am very virtual, more so than in my craft room. So this is my logo for the front with Bluebonnet stampers and having a Bluebonnet vinyl with the state of Texas in it. Now, how do I go back and forth? Oh, let's see.
You want to go back to your.
I want to go.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Just, like use your computer like normal, and we'll just be.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm just like going, where did it go?
Oh yeah, you might have to stop sharing and honestly and go back.
Oh, go back. Okay,
Yeah,
so
sometimes
let me do that.
do that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that screen
Oh,
share.
it's not working. Oh, hang on. Let me get out of
It always gets in.
massive mode.
So if you
So
share,
can you see that now or no? I got to share it again.
you gotta share it again.
Okay, I'm working on it. Share that. Come on. So that's the front. So you can just kind of see with the color. I do like the dark
pretty.
blue color that's also available, but that was one that fit my body shirt size. So let me go back and show you the last one. What's on the back? Oh Lord, I'm not a techie.
I bet that model is expensive to hire.
Your crowd's funny. All right, one more share screen. Where'd I go? Here we are. Holy crud.
Where'd I go?
Where'd I go? So then I have Stay Crafty, my friend,
That's cute.
on the back. And that's my like signature saying, you know, stay crafty, my friends, like stay thirsty, my friends. That was where I kind of got that from. So, oh yeah, that's my fun little project I've been working on with another demonstrator who's not in our group, but her and I hang out, and she'll be coming to the shoebox swap in Austin. Buffy helped me with it on her Cricut. So that's very sweet of her to help me with that. So
That's awesome.
that's one thing I definitely like about Stampin' Up is how we help each other. I know it may be unique as far as Stampin' Up goes, but I love that about our area and our group. So yeah,
for sure. So
that's it.
yeah,
That's a great, wow.
Thanks.
Woohoo! All right.
All right, now
Anybody
how do I
else?
get out of this mode?
Here, I will remove you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else have something they would like to share? Crafty.
I already put it in an envelope.
It's okay, Lisa. Would you like to describe it for the audience?
I did the Grove dies, and I put the purple background with the blue water from
Horizon.
and then so it opens up this way, and then it opens up this way, so it's like two cards in one, and then it's like the hill with the trees, and I put a deer, and then another hill with the trees. It's a happy birthday card.
That sounds lovely, Lisa.
Yeah.
So make sure you take pictures of what you make, right? Like we want to.
There's Melissa.
I have a picture.
Oh, hey, wait. Patsy has a picture.
I don't know if you can see it.
We'll sure try. All right.
Back the other way.
Uh-huh.
It's
Is
turned
she-
sideways.
I know, my phone, yeah. it
Oh,
went-
your phone keeps, yeah.
Ah,
That's the
see-
front. That's the front. And then
And then this way.
it opens that way.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Nice, Lisa. Good job. That's awesome.
She sent it to me this morning.
Grassy Grove. Awesome. All right. Who else would like to share? Patsy, I saw you. I've got you on spotlight, so I'm just gonna, you're already here.
This is the one that I made. Yes, that you'll be seeing shortly.
Are we doing this for, is this your organized or is this your shoebox?
Now this organized.
Nice, pretty.
So I said, and I should, are we still doing the in color challenge?
No, I need to pull a winner. Yes, I need to pull a winner.
Well, that was.
There you go.
There you go.
Very nice.
I
All
like
right.
the bright colors.
Yes, I do too. All right. And then Elena, I saw your hand go up. Let me spotlight you. Hey, hey.
I'm all sweaty because I was exercising earlier.
It's okay.
I made some Father's Day cards with stamps that I just had on hand. So they're pretty random. So this is for my grandfather in California.
That is so nice.
Being awesome. Just your thing. That's so cute. I love that sentiments. Those are sweet.
This one's for my brother Luke.
Oh, that's so cute.
This one is for my father-in-law who's really into making stuff with berries right now.
Nice.
That's amazing. I love that.
And this one's for my dad.
Oh,
Aw.
Aw.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Those are fabulous.
And then I made a few, I've been playing with that butterfly paper. I posted a few, but
Oh, this one. Yeah, that's great.
well, I didn't post this one because I used an old sentiment.
I know, but I mean, you can use it on our group. It's fine. So, ooh. Okay, I like
and
those
then I had
butterflies.
birds.
Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, your birdhouses, Sarah. There's your birdhouses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Sarah
then I
went through a
made,
birdhouse phase.
I made some bookmarks to gift.
Oh,
I like that. Little teacups.
Yeah.
To borrow that.
Oh, that's nice with that
Cute.
skinny sentiment. Yeah, that's awesome.
And then I did it with the butterflies too.
Oh, I love that denim ribbon too.
I know, I'm like, I gotta get more. It goes really well with these two sets. I'm not as in love with the thinner ribbon. I have one of them. It's okay.
Yeah, I love the denim ribbon's really nice. Like it ties nice bows and it's masculine and feminine. And I don't know. I like that denim ribbon. I'm glad they brought it back. Yay, awesome. Thanks for sharing. Who else? Anybody else got something crafty? Melissa. Let me see if I can spotlight. All right.
Yeah, I just got tasked with making some thank you cards for our cafeteria workers. And I'm just starting to get them ready, but here's one idea.
Ooh.
I still have to put sending and then a little sentiment, but this is the start of one.
That's beautiful. And I
Like
like
that.
the soft green that you did at the bottom. You brushed that on. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really pretty. You guys are all so talented. It's amazing.
I love these new in colors. I'm just passionate about them.
They're really
Thank you.
something. Like I really I'm learning, like it was at first I was like, oh, all right, they're
Has
good.
anyone had trouble with the parakeet color?
I haven't used it as much.
I've
Because
used it
when
a
I
lot.
s- Did you notice, have you had the issue where you stamp it on and it's really dark or it looks really almost oversaturated until it dries?
Yeah.
Mine was more to the light side of it. But I had to put it in the ink a little bit more.
Okay. Mine was
It's
pretty
just-
saturated. So
Yeah, it's really kind of weird for me. It's like it almost looks distorted in its color. Because it's saturated. It's not like almost like it's not stamping quite evenly.
Jill, take one of your spoons out of your kitchen cabinet and do that thing where you smooth it
Yeah.
like ice
Okay.
it and see if it doesn't distribute a little bit better.
Yeah, I'll do that. That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Or even just like scoop a little bit of it away. Like if it's
Mm-hmm.
oversaturated, sometimes I'll just like scrape a little bit off the top and like,
Yeah.
and then just rinse
It's,
it.
it's definitely drying a heck of a lot lighter than when I first stamp it. And it's like,
Yeah.
gosh, that must mean it's really wet.
It is. And I think that I think it's not quite the problem they had with that lavender color we had, but
The purple posy.
yeah, but because it's such a light color, like they're always trying to balance that like saturation and lightness and
Okay.
I did notice that like the new metallic ribbons that match the in colors, like a few of them are just, they're a little weird. Like the
A little
parakeet.
off.
Yeah, they're a little off. The parakeet is like not quite the right color green, and the Tahitian tie is not quite the right color turquoise. Like, I don't know.
Well, here you go. I got the ribbon right here.
Yeah, I think it's just,
So it's darker and bolder.
it is.
Yeah. So there's your,
Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean.
And so it's just, I mean, it's okay. I mean, and I can handle it because it's shiny. And so, you know, all things
Yeah.
good are first time.
And it's just a hue. I mean, it might be a little different hue.
Yeah.
Than what's on there.
I feel
Hopefully
like
it
Do
still
you
works.
color those?
No.
No, that's how they
Oh.
come.
Yeah.
Oh.
The
They're
new
pretty.
color. Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
shiny. Very shiny.
It's shiny.
well, I made a pile of nip knots. I'm going to put them on a bookmark and send them to my team member. My team member.
Always awesome.
So that she has a sample of the new ribbons and
Nice. That's a great
but
idea.
they're just nip knots. So they're basically what was left over from something that I did, you know.
Use up those scraps. All right. Anybody else have a project to share? Then I'll draw a couple of door prize winners. Okay, no big deal. So I'm going to try I'm going to try to stick to a new guideline for myself when doing team meeting packets. So I had only 3 people get packets this month, which was not a lot. Neither here nor there, but I'm going to do 3 gifts, like 3 door prize drawings. I'm going to try this rule. So blow me out of the water next month and make me get like, 15 things and then we'll do it. So here we go. And everybody who got a team meeting packet is in the drawing. And then everybody who is here is in the drawing. And everybody who shares something is in the drawing. So you're in here, I promise. And there's a little tiny pieces of paper. So let's see. First person. Jill. Congratulations. So what you are getting is a fun sampler of the new Hostess paper.
Nice.
So this is the new
Very
Hostess paper, and it's got some really cool patterns. I'm actually using one for my shoebox swap.
I like the purple.
Yeah, the purple's, it's Blackberry Bliss.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's one side. And then there's kites and there's bicycles. And then this is the other side. Let's see how good I am. I'm not very good at this whole thing.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, but they're really pretty. So
Cool.
I think
Thank
they're usable. I think that as much as I love the black and white and the brights, I felt like some of the bright patterns were not very usable. I was like, oh, what am I gonna do with this? I feel like this is all really usable, and a lot of it ties back to sweets in the catalog. So the bicycles, the flowers, the like kind of quatrefoil tile, tin tile kind of looking stuff, the kite, these cool birds are really neat. So there's definitely, I think it's very usable. So that is what I will say on that. So I will drop this in the mail to you, or actually I'll see you this weekend, right? Yeah, so I'll bring it this weekend. Okay, next person. All right, I pulled 2, so these are my next 2. Ooh, Terry.
Well, she'll take whatever you got.
I know. Terry's no slouch. And ooh, Lisa.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Yes. So Any questions about where we are in the Stampin' Up! Year or what fabulous things are going on? We'll go around and introduce ourselves. So I'm Melissa Thomas, and Patsy's my mother-in-law. Lisa, you want to introduce yourself? Although
I'm
think
Lisa.
yeah, Lisa's on Patsy's team as well. Elena, you have met Esther. You're on Patsy's team as well. And then Melissa Ramirez is in Odessa. Melissa's on my team. And Kathleen, say hello before you have to run. She's in an orchard or a vineyard or somewhere fabulous. Kathleen's on my team. Good night. And then Jill is here. Jill is in Syracuse.
Hello.
She's in New York right now because her kid graduated from college.
Yay.
Just
Thank
in
the
time
Lord
for 6 months
Jesus.
ago. I know, right? And then Sarah is on my team too. Say hey, and she's in Hutto, Texas. So
Oh, I know where that is.
yeah. And then Kim is in Virginia, and she's off camera right now because she's not feeling well. So we're sending all our juju to Kim, and Sarah too, because she hasn't been feeling so hot. And Terry is in St. Louis, or thereabouts, and she's on my team as well. So yay. We have a lot more people on the team. Some people just can't come on Monday nights. Some people are a little more camera shy than others, but we recorded the meeting, so that's good. And I do know the recordings are getting watched, so that's good. I'm going to pause. I'm going to stop the recording. And